What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Eddie with DIY Basics. Today I want to go over the importance of making good terminal connections when you're connecting wires to your terminals. And I'm just gonna talk about, it's pretty simple stuff, but a lot of people get it wrong and don't understand the concept, and it creates less than desirable connections. So what I'm going to do is just explain basically what we're doing here. So let me go ahead and just rip off some wire with my awesome pliers that I previewed on the last video, and I make it pretty big there. And then I go ahead and once you cut enough, then you can decide you want to make it a little smaller, whatever the case is. That's a good size right there. Put a nice loop on it. All right, and that's really what's going to go around your, you see that? That's going to go around your screw. Well, the key is you have to think it righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So if you're turning the screw to the right, then you want the short side of your hook to also be on your right. So if you can see it here, the short side is to the right. And what that does is when you wrap that around the screw and you start to turn it, what it does is it bites down on that wire and it continues to want to pull it in. Another thing I like to do is once I put it in there, if I think it's going to be a little bit away from it, what I'll do is I'll take my plier and I'll just squeeze it to get it to grab, just like you see there. Now it's clearly behind the screw, and then when you turn it, the screwdriver, it grabs onto it and it just continues to pull it in, making a real tight connection. What happens is, if you don't do this all the time, you're not really thinking about it, what you might do is you might decide to just put it this way where the hook is facing to the left. But what happens is when you start to turn, a lot of times it can pull it away. You know, sometimes you get lucky, but most of the time it's going to pull it away because you're not going to be working as comfortable as I am here on a table. A lot of times you're making these connections in very awkward situations. So just keep that in mind. That's going to help you make really good connections. The other thing I like to talk about is, I mentioned that I like to squeeze it so that it's clearly underneath the nut. A lot of times if you're, I'm going to just exaggerate this just for the purposes of the video, but let's just say that it's a little open like that, and I think, oh, that's good enough, right? And it might be, but what happens is a lot of times, as you can see, I'm actually putting pressure on the wire as I'm torquing it down, right? So that it has something to bite to, right? What happens is if for some reason you just leave it loose and you're not thinking anything of it, then when you squeeze this down, a lot of times what it can do is the screw itself can squeeze in behind the wire. As you can see, the wire is exposed there, and with time that can actually come loose and you can have a defective connection. So you'll either start to heat up, you'll see that the terminals are starting to get dark, which means that there's some sparking going on. So the key is to, when you loop it around the terminal, make sure you squeeze it so that it grabs. You're getting the maximum bite, right? And also pull down on the wire so that when you turn the screwdriver and you tighten it down, you can see that there's a really good bite there and it's not going anywhere. All right, guys, I just thought I'd cover this because it's very important when you're making connections, and you want to make sure you have good tight connections that aren't going to heat up on you and cause problems down the road. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.